we are here with Brigette Ma on our Diary of an Oncology Leader. He's cut straight to the bone. So one of the questions is, someone senior at your institution disagrees with an idea that you feel very strongly about. How do you deal with this? What are some of the steps that you might take?
I find it very helpful to share with my mentees three things. First of all, empathy. The other is objectivity. The third is opportunity. What is empathy? I think everyone likes to be treated with respect and to be heard. But it's important to keep an open mindset and understand that criticisms are not bad. They're feedback. They're constructive. Having diverse opinion is important because in nature, diversity brings survival, brings resilience and strength. The second point is objectivity. I will try to focus on solutions rather than on the problem or the person who raises the problem. The third is opportunity. So finding the right time, the right setting are important.
How do you cultivate this opportunity? I think you can know this in theory, but if you're not exposed or you're not sure, how do you bring that forward?
Simple. From my patients, these are fighters. These are people who's been put on the spot. I'm also gifted with empathy. I have come across and connected with hundreds and thousands of people from different walks of life. And finding the right opportunity to connect with them is a little bit like finding the lock-in to someone's soul. And after you have really connected with them on a deeper level, they will tell you the password to their soul. What I learned is that people tend to remember how you make them feel more than what you say or what you do. The fact that you are there just listening to them gives them an opportunity to decide whether they're going to reveal themselves to you. And then you follow up.
I think another area that comes forward in navigating institutions is this idea of politics. You will hear people say, that's just politics. People mean by that, how do you tackle problems while being sensitive to what they call work politics?
Whenever there are different mindsets, diversity, there will be so-called politics. It's a natural part of human experience. So to me, politics means differences in opinion. And once again, I use the same principle, which has been very helpful, would be empathy, objectivity, and opportunity. I find it easier to communicate on a one-on-one level. So I still find it very challenging if I'm in a meeting with a large group of people, with lots of people with differences of opinion. I have to admit that, it could be challenging trying to harmonize the differences in opinion, but I'm learning. And what is good about life is that until my very last breath, I get to update my communication app in here every single day. So to me, we need to embrace differences. And feedback are not necessarily negative criticisms. In fact, there are ideas. So once you project yourself as someone who embraces ideas, embraces feedback, I think people will open to you. And listening is very important, active listening.
Tell me how all this comes back to your career. And how do you think your skills, knowledge in these areas and others has made your career or created a secret sauce to your career?
I really can't say that there's a secret sauce or one way, sort of one single method that will lead to where I am. I mean, I'm still learning every single day. But if you ask me, resilience is a very important thing. Marcus Aurelius, he's one of my favorite philosophers because he teaches me that mindset is very important. You cannot control things that are beyond your control, and you have to accept it. But you can control how you think about your world and your reaction to it. So resilience is important. That's one of my key things. And feedback is very important. Failure is not a setback to me. Failure is part of learning. The more you try, the more mistake you make, the more feedback you get, and you learn quickly. So the third thing, and the last but not least, is suffering and pain, unfortunately, are inevitable. This is part of something which I've learned. I'm trying to relieve it. And in my own life, I believe that what doesn't really kill you can make you stronger sometimes. But it may not be applicable to people with cancer. It's a completely different thing. I'm purely saying that's just for myself. and also for my mentees who aspire to help cancer patients. Because the training itself can be grueling, the emotional demand can be grueling. The difference is you need to pick yourself up quicker than the other person. It's like being knocked out in a boxing game. So everyone get knocked out, but you have to get up within 10 seconds. Otherwise, you're out. And so resilience is important.
How much has mentorship played a role for you, and who would you say is the most important person that has supported you, and how did they support you?
We need more than one mentor. This is very important. Mentors, different background, different age, different gender. So in my youth, my mother and my brother definitely are the best mentor. They trusted me and they believed in me, even though I had a lot of self-doubt. The other, of course, is my husband. I don't think I would ever be able to do what I'm doing without Chris's support. But most of all, if you look at from a career, from an oncologist point of view, is Professor Anthony Chan. He's the one who encouraged me to devote myself to head and neck research. And on top of that, I have numerous other mentors as well. Professor Lilian Xiu, she's an amazing role model. There are many others as well, but these are the two most memorable, important mentors in my academic world.
What are your tips for creating a balanced, resilient, forward-thinking workforce?
So I think it sort of boils back down to the importance of cultivating self-improvement and the relationships around you, and then you are qualified to be of service to others. I think I'll be successful if my team feels comfortable giving me feedback, whether it be criticisms, whatever. To me, it's gold. The other thing is everyone has a talent. The team works best if everyone are happy with what they're doing. And if you can recognize individual strength and then allow them space to develop that, I think that will be my goal.
So with that, I think we're going to close on your favorite quote.
This is actually a quote from Friedrich Nietzsche. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Of course, Kelly Clarkson in her all-time hit also had a similar song too, and I play it every day in my car on my way to work, and I love it.
Professor Ma, this has been very enlightening, very inspiring.
Thank you.